Our speaker is a science faculty head at the Somaya School, Mumbai. He has experienced training over 2,000 teachers across the country during 20 plus webinars. His webinars on digital tools for teaching online have made the teaching learning process easier for teachers across India during the lockdown. Over to you, Mahesh.
Okay, great. Thank you, Radhika. And as Radhika mentioned, that challenges are something which is important, and overcoming them is also very important. So I guess all the teachers are facing the challenge of online teaching, and we are all trying our level best to overcome. And this process, which me and Rishabh from mytrustedtutor.com we are trying to do is conducting webinars and helping teachers as much as possible. So let's begin now. So that's a course on edtech tool edpuzzle, which says that making every video your lesson. But before we go ahead, we have a small poll for you. Okay, so here are the results in front of you on your screen. As observed always, the maximum participants are from the secondary section, which is grade 6 to 10. We have 8% participants from college section, 22% from grade 11 and 12, 9% is from pre-primary section, and 22% are from primary section. Awesome. And 61% participants are new, hearing for the first time and gonna use it. 17% says used it but still exploring. So I belong to that 70%, 17% category where I am also using it and I'm still exploring it. And I'm glad nobody said that it's a waste of time, a tech tool. And 23% says maybe, and 77% for sure says yes, it is definitely useful. So let's see if those 22% who feels maybe could feel that it could be better if you use it. So my session is going to be from scratch. Like, if you have never heard of what this edtech tool is, we'll be starting with that, and I'm going to take you to the next level. So before we go ahead, I want you to have a quick look at this screen. Just very few screen will have words, and then all the things which you'll see would be my own account, and I've taken screenshots. So all the details which I've got is from the Google, all the pictures are from Google, and content is from the respective app, which is Edpuzzle. So you can see Edpuzzle is a web based interactive video and formative assessment tool. What it allows you is to take the video, you can crop it easily, you can put your voice in it, you can put questions, you can put MCQs, you can put subjective questions. It is very easy to use the video platform. It can be used live also, how we'll be seeing today. And it also collects the data like how we do it in Google form also, and it also gives you a proper detail about what is your content. So let's go ahead. So what is specific about Edpuzzle is, as I told you, you can embed question, which could be open-ended question, which could be MCQ. You get the data after students have completed the work, and based on the data, you can go ahead and do your work. You can see whether your content is reaching to the participants or not, and that way we can work. And the last point you can see is Edpuzzle is 100% free. Now that free also come with a little uh, star mark, which is the terms and condition. Free is for first 20 videos. You can have 20 videos in your Edpuzzle account, and after that, if you want, you need to have paid account. But I guess 20 videos are more than sufficient for you to utilize Edpuzzle. So we'll be seeing how you can use a 20, and if you want to use more video, what you can do. That also I'm going to share it to you people. Okay, so are we good to go? If I can just see thumbs up from anyone here on screen, I'm going to call out name. Miss Rashmi, if you could just show thumbs up. Am I audible to you? Miss Rashmi, Miss Neelam, Miss Mala, if anyone could just show thumbs up so that I'll get idea. Okay, great. Mala ma'am is showing the thumbs up over there. Yeah, you can see it says Edpuzzle make any video your lesson. So let's start the journey of how you can make any video your lesson. So I'm gonna consider that you are joining, you are going to learn it for the first time. So what you need to do is type Edpuzzle in browser, Google search. The first thing which comes out, you can keep on looking at the arrows, the red arrows. You need to click on Edpuzzle. The moment you click on Edpuzzle, this is the site where you reach for the Edpuzzle. At the moment you are here, if you are coming on the Edpuzzle site for the first time, you need to sign up. which is being done by every app. If you are using any edtech tool, you need to give your email id, and if you have already registered yourself, then you can just log in. So you need to click on sign up. The moment you click on sign up, this will appear. So whether you are a teacher, you are a student, you need to click on teacher, because we are talking about the educators right now. You need to click on teachers. The moment you click on teachers, you need to sign in, or if you don't have account with gmail or google, you can sign up with edpuzzle and you create your account. The moment you are done, you can sign in. I guess these are some basic detail which still people find a little bit difficult, but no problem. I'm giving you those details also. So once you are done with it, you are here. This is your page. So you can see this is my actual Edpuzzle page, and the moment you log in, you reach to this page. Now you can see the arrow over there, the red color arrow here. It talks about this is your home screen. I'm going to use the pointer as much as possible. So you can see the arrow here. This arrow is indicating that this is your home page. When you log in, when you are ready, whichever videos are trending at that moment on Edpuzzle will be visible. So I've taken the screenshot, and you can see on home page what all things are visible. So going ahead. So in the agenda, we have written that we are going to talk about features of Edpuzzle also. So here are all the features. I'm going to talk about every aspect of Edpuzzle, left, right, uh, top, bottom, kya kya cheeze sab I'll be explaining here. So when you started, you will see the home page. When we are going ahead, you will see what is there in curriculum. So you click on curriculum. Okay, somebody is writing something in the chat box. Okay, Benita ma'am, if you could just wait on, I'm going to give you time for all the questions. I'm going to talk about everything. So let's have a little patience. I'm going to give time for questions also. The moment you click on curriculum, you can see you get the curriculum for elementary, middle school, high school. Yesterday, we have a WhatsApp group of MTT also. There in the group, one of the teacher he asked, I guess Rajendra sir. I don't exactly remember the name. He asked that is there anything for PE teacher, physical education teacher, and then I'm going to show you how is there content for physical education teacher or art teacher or music teacher or not. Let's see. When you click on elementary school, whatever is there related to elementary school, this is all segregated here. You get all the videos which are related to elementary school, and on the right side you can see that all the videos which are there, you can actually sort them with date. You can actually okay, if I'm not wrong, yes, you can sort them with date, with name, or duration. So if you want only 2 minute or 3 minute video, you can get with duration. How we have on those sites, Amazon, Flipkart, you can sort the materials like this. Like that here also you can sort it out. You can search in the elementary school. You have option of searching videos by subject or searching by grade. So when you click on searching with the subjects, all the elementary subjects will be visible. You can see science, English, social studies, maths, elective subjects, all these will be visible. Now when you click on the grade level, so when we are talking about elementary school, these are all the grade levels which are included in the elementary school section. So you can see the pre-primary and kindergarten videos are also available. You can do all this. Otherwise, if you don't want to do all this, I'll be telling you what else you can do apart from that also. So you can get all the videos based on grade level also. Right now this was about elementary school. Now when we go to the curriculum, click on the middle school, you get the content related to middle school subjects. So you can see here there is subjects called as special education. You have PE and health education also. So when you click on these videos, you get specific videos related to physical education, maybe sports related, cricket, tennis, football, all the basics of all those things. And you can keep on adding your own videos also. That also option is available. And obviously our core subjects, math, science, ss, they are already available over there. The same thing when you go ahead with curriculum in the high school, you can see all the subjects which are related to high school are all visible here. So these are some of the important aspects. This, if you want to specifically search related to your grade, you can do that. Now again, coming back to home page, when you go to the next one, the third option you can see is school name. Now this is not compulsion. If you are belonging to a certain school, you can write the name of school. And what is the advantage is, when if you have written uh, while logging in, if you have written your school name also, all your school teachers, those who are using Edpuzzle, their videos will be visible to you. So you can see all the teachers all the wonderful teacher from my school, you can see their names and the video which they have created. We can also use those videos. Otherwise also you can use, if you don't put your school name, your organization's name, this option will not be available to you. So I'm from Samaya school, so that's teachers from my school using the videos. Next option is click on my content, whatever content you have created. So all the content will be visible to you. So all those who were there in my session when we had a combined session of 5 tech tools, you can see the Pandora's box video which we have created, and that still appears here. Going ahead is, now this was about the left side. Popular channels will be talking about it. Now we'll be going on the right side. So if you'll see on the right side on top, you have certain options. The first option which you observe is of content, which we have just now discussed about content. There's a grade book and my classes which goes hand in hand. In my classes, all the classes which you have created on Edpuzzle and respective videos will be available to you. So you can see I have created this grade 10, grade 6, and the videos are available here. Okay, before we go ahead, where you've seen the arrow here, my classes, next to that there's a question mark. So this question mark is basically Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle is one of the most sorted EdTech tool, because all the help which you need related to this tool are all available here in this question mark. So there are YouTube videos, how to use Edpuzzle, how to go live. Everything is available. We need to just explore. All the things are available here. You can see there's a help center, and you don't have to interact with anyone. You can just click on it and you get all the details. Next to it is your own page, which is your detail. You can see here you have logged in and there's option of logout. Next to logout, you can see 7 out of 20 storage used. So which means the storage which you get on Edpuzzle is of 20 video. So if you want to use more video, what you need to do is you can take paid version, or what you can do is you can delete your previous videos. I'll be showing you that also, how we can do that. You can get more space by referring to the other teachers to download. That also can be done, and all the other options are available. So these are some of the features of Edpuzzle. I guess I have covered every part of Edpuzzle which was there when we talk about Edpuzzle video. So if you have any question related to the features of Edpuzzle, please put it in the chat box. You have 1 minute's time, and then we'll go ahead about how to add content in the Edpuzzle. You've seen all the videos, how to add our video, or how to make video which is our video after doing editing and all those things. So if you have a question, please put it in your chat box. Please go ahead. So we have 1 minute's time. Any question related to whatever we have discussed till now, please put it in the chat box. Okay, we'll be discussing that. Yeah, and I'll try to hold myself very tightly to not to give you answer before we finish everything, because being a teacher, we have this habit of giving answer the moment question comes up. The whole idea of we being a teacher is uh, creating question, because that's important. Our work is to create question. Answer kahin na kahin to mil hi jayega, because you give answer, the creativity is over. Awesome. And all your question, how can we make our video, all those things will be answered here. I'm going to consider every part of this tool, and everything is included. Great. So keep on putting your questions here, last 30 seconds, and then we'll go ahead with how to add awesome content. Great. How to make our video, we'll be discussing that. Okay, awesome. So all the videos are available on YouTube. This is one app where you can take video from YouTube and you can create your own content. You can put question in between. That's what is the advantage of this app. So this is telling you to take video and make it as your lesson. So I guess we'll be moving ahead now. Okay, so great. So how does Edpuzzle work? So just 30 seconds, if you can just look at the screen, how Edpuzzle work is you find a video on YouTube or any of these sites where you feel the content is good. You take it, or you can take your own video and put it here. You can edit that video and you can personalize that video by adding your own question, by adding your own voice, and it also gives you an option of cropping the video. If you don't want to have any part of the video, you can just remove that and you can use it. So this is how Edpuzzle work. So let's understand how you can actually add your content. So if you remember this page, this was your home page. In the home page, when you go to my content, in the my content, if you'll observe on the right side, there is an option of add content. The moment you click on add content, you get certain options. The options available to you are these. So you can see create video, upload video, student project, new folder. The moment you click on create video, all the videos which are there in Edpuzzle will appear. You can pick any video and you can start working on it. How? That I'll help you out. The moment you click on upload video, you can have your own videos. You can just choose the file and you can upload it, and then you can start working on it. You can also give work to students via Edpuzzle, which gets stored in your class, in the class which you have created, and that project can be given. Now if you don't want to do all this and you want to just pick it up from the popular channels, so these are all the channels available. You can see Edpuzzle, YouTube, Khan Academy, Geography channel, TED Talks, and all those. I'm not aware about the other three channels. These are the popular channels. You can pick the content from these also. No, so what we do is YouTube is trending nowadays. So everyone is on YouTube. Everyone is trying to make their own channel, and the content is also good available. So what you can do is you can click on YouTube. I'm going to give you an example. And if you want to get a content related to any topic which you want, so this is from our last webinar, one of our last webinar. What we did, I typed there Pandora's box. The moment you type Pandora's box, all the videos related to it will appear here. The moment you click on enter, the moment the videos appear, whichever video you pick, you can see the video. When I click on Pandora's box, the video is available. You can see there are 161 video versions available. So same video, different people take it, put question according to their need, according to their students requirement, and they make a new version. So 161 versions are available. You can pick any one version and you can create 162nd version. So you can see this is the final video available, which was done by someone. And then you can, on the right side, you can see option of editing. You can edit and create your own video. Now this is when you want to enter, you want to type something, and but if you're not getting a video, let's say you type motion and you don't get the video which is needed, and you have already done search on YouTube, so what you can do is you can take link from YouTube, you can just paste it here. The moment you paste link, the video which is there is available. So now this is my live project. What I did, usually I do work for the webinar and then I present it. So what this time I did is I was doing work for my class, and at the same time I started taking screenshot for the webinar. So I had those two things in my mind. So I took the our teacher has provided us link that this video is good. I took that link and pasted here in the Edpuzzle. You can see the moment you paste the link, this option comes up to you, and the video is ready to do cut, put question, put your voiceover, all those things. So if you'll go ahead, these all are the ways you can put content. Any question related to edit, adding content, please put it in the chat box. 30 seconds time, then we'll go ahead with how to edit our content. 30 seconds for any question related to how to add content. Yes, creating class is there, everything will be added. Can you download the video? We'll discuss about it later. Yeah, 30 seconds. Okay, awesome. Yes, I'll be showing you all this towards the end. Okay, I'll be showing you how to edit also. So usually what people do in webinar is they directly go onto the website and you get a visual appearance once only. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show everything on PPT, and then we'll actually move on to the website so that you get a double appearance, double thoughts about the content, and I'm also giving you chance to put questions so that you are actually thinking about it. Great. So I guess we are ready to edit the content. Okay, how to copy the YouTube video is I'm going to show you live. You can just copy the link and put it there. So let's move ahead with the editing. So now again going back, how to copy the video. So once we did was I can just type the content name, I get the video, you click on it, any version is available, you click on that version as discussed, the video is ready. Now what you need to do is click on edit. The moment you click on edit, these are the options available. You can click on cut, And if you can see this is such big video, you don't want this big video and you feel that you want only any part, one part of the video, you can do that also. You can just drag these white bars left and right and you can edit the video. Now next option when you talk about editing is voiceover. Now this is from our previous webinar when we were actually doing the option of voice recording was there. But now when I tried it out, the option of voice recording is not there for the videos which you have taken from YouTube. Because of the YouTube's policy, maybe there's some change. But if you put your own video, which is taken, which is from your own laptop, if you have already created video, if it is your original video, you can start putting your voice. Otherwise, you can't. Now YouTube does not allow. How to put question on the videos which you have picked from Edpuzzle YouTube. You can see there are the options available and you can start putting the question as per the requirement. Now what if you have taken a video with the link? Because these were the videos which were already there on Edpuzzle. People have already created question. You have to just do, you need to just go and edit, make it, do little changes, note one question here and there, finish, and video is ready. Now what if you take a video from YouTube? You put a link, copy the link and paste it here. The moment you copy the link and paste, you get this option. As I told you previously, you can cut, as I told you, you can move the bar left and right, you can drag, and you can see this. So you can see the gray color section is the one which is been edited, which is not there, which you don't need in your video. So that is done. You can add multiple cuts as per your requirement. Now when you go for the online editing of video sites, what happen is the video has to get uploaded, then only you are allowed to do all these things. Here it is happening online quickly, so editing becomes very easy in this situation. And you can just reset also everything if you want. Now as I told you about the next option, which is voiceover, the voiceover option is not available. If you pick a video from YouTube, the voiceover option is not available. If you can see, it says sorry, voiceover is now blocked to comply with YouTube's terms of services. So now it is blocked. Just 2 weeks before, when we took session on all the edtech tool, the option was available. Now it's not there because of the changes in the policy, I guess. Now how to add question, you need to just click on the question. There are three options. One is add open-ended question, the other option is add multiple choice question, the other option is putting note in between. So you can put your own note also if you want to show video and give extra information, that also you can do. So this is first question, this is a video. What is the meaning of complete food? You can make it as open-ended question, you can create space and start. You can also add multiple choice question. You can see all these dots at the bottom, these represent, the dot represents drop, represents that there is a question or there is a note available which student will have to refer. So going ahead, when we move ahead, MCQ over, we have added open-ended question. There is also option of note. So if you are showing a video and in between you feel you want to give extra information, that also be that also can be given here. You can see I have given the information here. This is my live work, the assignment, live assignment, of which the deadline is for the student is tomorrow, I guess, or today night. So this is live assignment. I'm going to show you how the students are responding for this. Going ahead, you can add more notes. As I told you, you want to give any extra information, you can do that. And you can also add a true and false question. You can add a multiple choice question, and you have option of auto correction. As we have option of auto correction in Google form, what you can do is, if the question is MCQ, it will get auto corrected. Open ended question, for sure you will have to grade it later on. So you can see after you've done everything, you can see this was a video of 9 minutes, and all these small dots which you are observing are all the question notes or open-ended question which are there for the student. So this way you are all done. The moment you are done with all this thing, you need to click on the right side here. If you'll observe on top, there is option of finish. You need to click on that. The moment you are done, the video is ready. So your video is ready. The moment the video is ready, you get a mail on your email ID of, on your registered email ID, that also is there. So after that you can start assigning your work, and this is how your video editing can be done. So if you have any question related to how to add video and doing any editing, you can put it in the chat box now. 30 seconds for your questions. This is a video editing site, ma'am. The PPT is not possible. Okay. I'll be doing all this thing live also. So what you can do is you need to just take a video, click on MCQ, start adding question, and you get options straight away. All the EdTech tool, the more you explore, the more you learn. Okay, great. Yes, questions will be there. I'm going to show you live also how question will be visible to the student. How to cut the video, the option is over there. You need to just click on cut, and the part which you don't need, you need to just drag it and move ahead. Great. More seconds, and then we are moving ahead with how to assign. Yes, we will be doing it in front of you also. Don't panic. This I'm giving you idea so that when we actually go on the site, you know where to look and where not to look. Great. So now let's move on to, now your video is ready. Now how you can assign it to your student. If you would have seen when your video was ready, you get these options on the right side. You can see there are multiple options. You need to just click on assign. When you click on assign, you get option of assigning it to your class. So if I guess somebody has asked in the question how to create your own class. When you create, your video is ready, you need to click on assign. You get option of assigning a class. If you are a new teacher, this say I have already created one class. So what I do, I'll create one more class. You need to click on this add new class. The moment you click on add new class, you get all these options. You can put description about your class, and there are two options. One is classic, the other one is open. When you click on classic, you want to put your class into classic mode, then student have to compulsorily log in. But when you click on open, it means they don't have to put their email ID. We are like fill we are all full with lots and lots of edtech tools, and I feel that we should not ask student to put email ID everywhere. So what I prefer is taking open classes. So I just click on open. In this way, student can just put their name and they can get the access of the video. They don't have to put their email ID, and they don't have to register also. And then you can just click on it and create the class as per the requirement. Here you also have option of do you want them to create their own nickname. That option you can give. The moment create class is ready, you can see just now we have created a grade 6 class. You get option of assigning. The moment you click on assigning, you get option of till which time you want the assignment to get over. So if you could see, I have started it on I don't know which day I started. I guess on 13th I started, and I wanted to give the assignment date as 15, but then I changed it. So you can give date and time of the assignment when they have to finish it, and then you can totally save it. So the moment you save it, your assignment is ready to go to the student. There are two options available. One is prevent skipping, the other one is CC, which means if your video contains subtitle, that will be visible. And do you want the student to prevent to move ahead? So I'm going to show you how they can't move ahead if you just click on prevent skipping, because if you click on it, student will not be move ahead until they have seen the video. So if you click on it, compulsorily students have to see the full video going ahead. So you can see this way you can click on assign, and your assignment is ready to be given it to the student. So there is also option, the moment assignment is ready, you what you can do is share assignment. Click on it. You get option of sharing with the public link. You can copy the link and you can share the link with the student. Also, when the assignment is ready, you also get a mail on your email ID. You can see the assignment is ready, and you get these options. You can put these instructions, copy paste in your students portal LMS system, whichever LMS you are using it. Or what you can use is you can actually take it, you can copy paste it, and you can send it on WhatsApp also. So let's say you don't want to do all that hi-fi thing about the LMS and all those things. What you can do is if you're a private tutor and you don't want to do all this thing, what just copy the link and send it in the WhatsApp, and student will be able to access the video. So you can see this way you can put it. This is our LMS, which is Google Classroom. We use it, so we share it and we click on assign, and students are being assigned the details. So you can see I've assigned it to 31 participants. Due date is August 16, and this way we are ready to give the assignment to the students. So I guess we are ready. So any question related to how to assign the video, please go ahead. Put it in the chat box. Because this was all about how we have done the work. Now we are also going to see how students are going to work on the screen. Because until we know how student will work, it won't have any impact. So quick 30 seconds. Can you just put your questions? Great. Swati ma'am is saying that she has already done that with the WhatsApp thing. Awesome. Great. Great. Awesome. So just to give you information, I could have just gone live also, but then it just shows that no input from our end. I'm trying to just make it as user friendly as possible because I'm also a teacher and I feel that when I see example, I get better ideas. So I'm trying to give you examples so that you feel comfortable about this app, this tool basically. So 10 more seconds and then we'll move ahead. Yes, we'll be talking about all those things, how you get the responses. I've given a thought about everything in the session, and I'm going to hopefully I will try to cover every part. Sure, let's move. So how it works for students. So as I told you, I have kept it as open link. So the moment they get the link, this was the link. They need to just click on that link. The moment they click on the link, you get this. Students have to just put their nickname. This you can make it compulsory that they have to write their name as per the register, which I have also done. So student will enter their name. Now this is students page, this is not teachers page, this is students page. They have not done any login. You can see here it says already have an account. You can see it says login, but I'm asking student not to log in. What they can do is they can just put their name as per the register and they can begin. The moment they enter, this is what is visible. So you can see who has given the assignment? Me. That's Mahesh Jain. What is the last date? As I told you previously, I kept it as 15 and then I changed it. I kept 15 4 p.m. Then I thought it's too early, and this is how the video will be visible. This is students. What I could see is interface. On the right side, if you'll see, there are various options. Now these are all the options where student will have questions or notes or something like that. So students have to keep on looking at what is there in the video. So now they will start working on it. They click on the video and they start moving. You can see if some student says that you have given it as assignment that सबको सब पूरा देखना है और question answer करने हैं, but if you feel that some student may do that, they'll just try to move ahead. So if you remember, I told you there was an option of skip. You can stop skipping. So if you have done that, you can see when you have clicked on it, even if the student try to move ahead, this won't allow. It shows locked, because until student watches full video, this assignment is not done only. So even if you feel that student will start and go to the next tab, if the student leave at puzzle tab and try to go to the next tab, it stops. So students have to watch the full video and answer the question which are there. So this way you can control and hold on that students have to watch the video to complete the assignment. So you can see what sort of questions will appear on their screen. So if the video is going on, you can see open-ended question, and question will be there. There will be a space for them to answer. They will have to just write the answer, and whatever answer they write will be visible to them. You can see here. Now this was open-ended questions. So obviously it is not graded. It's written to be graded. If you can see here, there is option of to be graded, because this teacher will check whether the answer is correct or not, and they can just move ahead. Great. So now this was about one part of the video. So let's say 1 minute हो गया, एक question आया. Next minute में there's another question that this was a video about how to do test for starch, protein, and fat. So out of which is a good source of starch, options were given. So students have to answer. Now let's say if the student give wrong answer, what happened? If student give correct answer, what happens? So if let's say answer is supposed to be potato, but a student says cashew, the moment you click it, student get this red box stating that answer was wrong. What was the correct answer is there. Student has option of rewatching the video again to understand the concept, or student can move ahead because of the assignment work. And then as we are moving ahead, wherever there was a note available, if you remember, we have added note in the next part. This is extra information which student can read. Going ahead, if the student gets correct answer, you can see there's a green box appearing for them, which also gives 100 out of 100 because your answer was correct, and they can move ahead. Anytime student want to do rewatching of the video, they can do that, and all the report will come to you that how many times they have seen the video. So this way you can see these were all the dots available, right? As we are moving ahead, if you can see on the right side, when all the questions are over, it says that watch the whole video to turn in the assignment, because the report will not say you have completed your assignment until you watch the full video start to end. Going ahead, once student has seen the full video, you can see on the right side again the option says you are done, show results. So this is again, I'm saying this is students interface. Right now we are on students page only. You can see video completed, the student has already seen full video, which is 100%. How many questions were right? Out of 6, 4 questions were right, and uh, the remaining question could be either wrong or to be graded, and then student can leave. So students have to do no login, and this is how student leave the classroom, as in the Edpuzzle app after the completion of work. So this was about one of the assignment. This is the assignment which I gave in the month of April to the student. You have option of either giving assignment with a due date, or you have option of giving assignment without any due date. So I gave this assignment because that time we were exploring and I didn't knew about that part. So I gave this, and let's see how students it is visible on students page. So we have a small video, so how Edpuzzle works for students. So let's see that. So this is how student will start, I guess. Okay, I need to change the pointer. Okay, so hi, this is the Edpuzzle app. You could see now when you make the video and send it to students, students have to just type their name. I hope it is audible also. There's a audio also. Radhika, can you hear the audio in that?
Yeah, it's audible.
Okay, awesome. So you can see this is I've taken, so I'll type it as a shortcut recording. Let's see what comes up. You can see the questions which are available, where the questions are. This is the video which I shared with the student, and you can see on the video all the questions. This is done on mobile phone, so all the question at what point the questions are there are all available. As I told you, when the student tried to move ahead, just keep on looking at here. Student tried to move ahead, it shows locked. Student cannot move ahead. Exactly at 33 seconds you will see how the question will pop up on the screen of student. So going ahead, it's 23. You can see student has to watch full video. The moment we reach on to 33rd second, you can see how question will appear on the screen of the student. The video get paused up and the question will appear on the student screen. Student has to answer the question, and you can see how we move ahead this part. I'll say focus, and if it's a wrong answer, you could see it gives a wrong answer and I cannot move ahead. I have to us. The center of this way how it is looking on the students interface. So before we go about how to go live with the Edpuzzle, if you have any question, put it in the chat box, please. 30 seconds. I guess we are running out of time. So 30 seconds, and okay, great. So 30 more seconds and we can go ahead with how to go live in the Edpuzzle. There's also option of going live on Edpuzzle. Great. So keep on adding questions because your questions are important. If not now, somehow you will get the answer. We will try to give you answer. Okay, great. So I'll not be able to answer all the questions right now. Towards the end, we'll discuss all the questions. So Edpuzzle has one important aspect, or as like you can also play the video live, but student need to have a device with them. So this is basically where you can actually take the video and put it on the projector, and student have their own mobile phone and they just answer the question. So this was one of the video from your class. You can take it. You click on it. You have option of going live. Click on going live. The moment you click on going live, you get this option, go live, and you get a link. Students have to copy this link. You can share the link with them on Zoom app. They ideally they should have two devices when we are in online classes, so that they can see it here and they can answer, because if I'll change the tab you will not be able to work with it. So they have to type this, and the moment they type here, you will observe they will get this screen same as what we have done previously, and this will show on their screen, just waiting on your teacher to give live. So teacher has option, you can see teacher has seen how many waiting for all to go live. Teacher is seeing that these many people are there, and then teacher can click on start. The moment teacher clicks on start, the video will appear on teacher screen. I'm talking about the live classes. Ideally it is supposed to be on projector screen and student have their own devices to answer the question. Student will not have video on their device. They will have to see video from your device or from projector. Question will be there on students device. So you can see student device will have question something like this. They will have to answer. You can see right now this is teacher's screen. There is nobody who has responded. The moment anyone responds, it shows 1 out of 1. Teacher can click on continue, and there is option of debate. So if there, it was done by me only, so I'm just there was one participant. If you have 30 people, 40 people, you can check that people are giving correct answer or not. If anyone has a confusion, you can just, it is a 9-minute video, right? You can stretch it over same 9 minute. You can complete your concept. 40 minute you can have a debate whether the answer is correct or not, yes, no, everything can be done. And once you are done with that part, everyone is sure about what is correct answer, you need to just click on continue, and this way the video can be shown. The full video, once it is done, you need to, teacher need to just click on exit live, and live mode is exited. You can see here it says that the progress of the student will be saved as we have saved it in the offline mode, as in when you have assigned. So you can see in few seconds somebody has started, but the student has not completed watching full video, so it shows not turned in. If you have done that, otherwise it will show. And you can also see when somebody has turned in the offline mode. So this was about how to go ahead with the uh, Edpuzzle app live. Now let's talk about, now I'm not going to stop in between because there's a flow. How to see report. Now when we are talking about report, okay, I'll be answering. I know a lot of you are already exploring. Good to see that. So when we are going in the report section, you can go to any of the grade. You can click on it. The moment you click on grade, there is option of whether you want to go to the no due upon assignment or due assignment. We click on due assignment, which was given. You can see all the students who have answered will be appearing here. Going ahead, those who have turned in, you can see people have started working on, they have completed the task, but there are many who have started but they have not completed. So you can see 10 hours ago they have just, here you can see this person has tried 2 times, but he has just started and not completed. So all the report you get in detail, which question was answered by how many people, in detail you get that also report. When going ahead, whether the grades are to be the, if you remember open-ended question, you have to do correction, so you will do correction, and after that it will appear that you have done grading. So this is one student, let's say he has completed everything. So what about the report for that particular student? You can see video watch 100, how many questions are answered? 5. One question is open-ended, which teacher has to do correction. You can see at what time, which day, everything is visible, and you can see for which section how much time has been taken by the student. You can see is all available here. Going ahead, this is another student who has done seen the video but has not completed. So if you remember, he has reached up till this part only. The last section the student has not uh, gone, only because I guess he has answered all the questions, so he thought he's done, but this is incomplete assignment. You can see there's another, that's me only, I've tried. And even as a teacher you can see the video how student will observe it. And there's someone, as I told you, who has just entered but not seen the video, so it shows 0%. This is how the full report is visible to you. Going ahead, students data, all the students data with the detail of which is correct, which is not correct, on which day and time they have submitted, everything is visible. Now there's also option of downloading the grade. So this is from our April month's assignment. You have option of downloading the grade on the right side bottom. The moment you click on downloading the grade, you will get option of download, and Excel sheet will be visible, as we have done it in Google form. Full Excel sheet about which question, who has answered, who has not answered correctly, everything will be visible, and then you can talk to respective student. So we are moving almost towards the end of the session. is Edpuzzle useful? So these are some of the uses. You can see you can collaborate with all the parts. And also one thing is you can also make your classroom flip को भी flip कर सकते हो. You can make it little more interesting by giving a student assignment that they have to create a video, their own video, by adding some more question, but in that case they will have to definitely log in. So this was all about Edpuzzle, which says make any video your lesson. And now I guess we are ready for going for the live demo. If you have questions now, for the last time I'm telling you, put it in the chat box. We will try our level best to answer today in the session, or not, otherwise we will be able to answer you later on. And if you have any more question apart from that also, you can reach out to Rishabh at admin at mytrustedtutor.com, or to me at mkj.maheshjain@gmail.com. So I guess that was all from my side about the presentation. Now we are good to go live.